Good morning, one and all present here. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, esteemed speakers, faculty members, innovators, startup founders, and aspiring entrepreneurs. A very warm welcome to the grand inauguration of the Innovation and Entrepreneurship Conclave 2023, organized by E-Yuva Center, Adamas University, supported by BIRAC, a Government of India enterprise. We are thrilled to have you all here today as we embark on a journey of creativity, transformation, and innovation. Before we proceed, let us take a moment to acknowledge the incredible minds and efforts that have come together to make this conclave a reality. We are thankful to the representatives from BIRAC, Dr. Shubhra Ranjan Chakraborty, Director Operations BIRAC, Dr. Manish Devan, Head Strategic Partnership and Entrepreneurship Development at BIRAC, Government of India, Dr. Chaya Chauhan, Senior Manager, Incubation BIRAC. We are privileged to have Ms. Shri Devabroto Mitra, Joint Director and HOO MSME DFO, Kolkata, who will be joining us shortly. Mr. Ravish Malik, Assistant Manager, Biotech and Pharma, Invest India amidst us. We are fortunate to have Professor Nahid Ali, Raja Ramamma Fellow and JC Bose Fellow, CSIR IICB, Kolkata. And we also are indebted to the visionary founder chancellor of Adamas University, Professor Dr. Shomit Rai, and our respected Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Naveen Das. We are also thankful to Professor Dipankar Bhattacharya for gracing the occasion. We are privileged to have esteemed deans and directors of Adamas University present of the dais. This event is a testament to the power of innovation and collaboration. To officially inaugurate this remarkable conclave, I would like to invite the Chief Coordinator of E-Yuva Center, Adamas University, Dr. Shaptoshi Chatterjee, to lead the dignitaries to the dais. We would now like to welcome our guests with floral greetings. To do the honor, I would now request our Honorable Chancellor Sir, Professor Dr. Shomit Rai, to honor Dr. Shubhra Ranjan Chakraborty, Director Operations, BIRAC. A round of applause, please. Thank you, sir. Now, I would also request our Honorable Chancellor, sir, to offer a token of gratitude to Dr. Manish Devan, Head Strategic Partnership and Entrepreneurship Development at BIRAC. big round of applause, please. Thank you, sir, for gracing us for this occasion. I also request Professor Shuranjan Das, sir, to honor. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. I would also request our Honorable Chancellor, sir, to honor Professor Nahid Ali, J.C. Bose Fellow and a distinguished scientist from CSIR IICB. A big round of applause. Thank you, sir and ma'am. I would request Saptarshi sir to honor Dr. Chaya Chauhan, Senior Manager BIRAC, with a token of gratitude and respect. A big round of applause, please. Thank you, sir and ma'am. I would now request Dr. Moushumi Shaha, Coordinator, E-Yuva Center, Adamas University, to honor Mr. Ravish Malik with floral greeting. A round of applause, please. Thank you, sir and madam. We would like to welcome our very own Honorable Chancellor, Professor Shumit Rai, with a floral greeting. To do the honor, I would request Dr. Moushumi Shaha. Thank you, sir and madam. I would now request Dr. Saptarshi Chatterjee to present a token of gratitude to our Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Naveen Das. Thank you, sir. To symbolize the illumination of knowledge and ideas, traditionally, we used to lamp the ceremonial lamp. Now, to have a greener approach, the spirit of nurturing in a natural way, we would mark the inauguration of the conclave by watering the plant. Let the water flow to the roots, making a tender plant aspire to be a tree in the days ahead. Let us all take a pledge to nurture innovators and entrepreneurs, thus stepping towards a Atmanirbhar Bharat. I would request all the guests to join in watering the plant, marking the inauguration of Adamas Innovation and Entrepreneurship Conclave 2023. Thank you all. To set the context for this event, let us welcome Dr. Saptarshi Chatterjee, Associate Director, Incubation and Chief Coordinator, E-Yuva Center, Adamas University, to deliver the welcome address. Sir, please.
Good morning, one and all present here. It gives me immense pleasure to stand before this august gathering to present the welcome note of today's program. Today, we are fortunate to have representatives from the finest enablers of innovation and startup ecosystem, renowned scientists and policymakers. I welcome our chief guests, Dr. Shubhranjan Chakraborty, Director Operations BIRAC, and Dr. Manish Diwan, Head, Speed Division BIRAC, for accepting our invitation and gracing the occasion as chief guest. Very soon we will be joined by Sri Debobroto Mitro, Joint Director, MSME Government of India. We are thankful to him for accepting our invitation. We have with us Dr. Chaya Chauhan, Senior Manager BIRAC, and Mr. Ravish Malik, Manager Invest India, for gracing today's program. Thank you very much. I welcome Professor Nahid Ali, eminent scientist, as a special guest to our program, and we will also shortly be joined by Professor Saurabh Pal, one of the directors, ex-directors of NCL Pune and IISER Kolkata. I take this opportunity to welcome our visionary Chancellor Sir, Professor Dr. Samit Ray. I also welcome our Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor Sir, Professor Dr. Naveen Das. And off the dais, we have our respected Pro Vice Chancellors, Deans, Directors, and many of us. Innovation and entrepreneurship are the buzzwords of present generation, which is duly nurtured by the government through various stakeholders and enablers. However, the background of the conclave, Adamas Innovation and Entrepreneurship Conclave 2023, is conceptualized based on few unanswered fundamental questions. Question number 1. Is there a scope for student to innovate during his academic tenure, especially when their faculty members are not exposed to this innovation ecosystem? Question number 2. Do we have a connectivity or link between academia and industry, especially in terms of research? When the researchers consider publication as their product, can the fruit of research come to the society? The third question, is the money or business still a taboo for students, especially for science? If so, how will we create a startup and entrepreneurial mindset? As I, or rather we, Team E-Yuva at Adamas University, debated on these questions and thought to find the answers in business and startup summits. But to our surprise, such events are held in 5-star hotels, supported by confederations, promoters, and associations, but mostly without a single student or teacher being a participant. Therefore, the startup boom has facilitated business-oriented people to create startup, while scientists, researchers, students, and faculty creating startup is still a handful. Thus, today we present before you a very, very small attempt to bring the entire ecosystem of innovators and startup ecosystem to bridge the gap. I'm happy to say that today we have 250 plus participants from 30 plus institutions. 27 stalls have been installed with 9 startups, 5 universities, 1 research institutes, 2 NGOs, 2 artisan and craftsman community of West Bengal. More than 300 students from various schools, colleges, and universities have agreed to participate in the program as visitor. This is not a sporadic attempt. It has been deliberated among higher education institutions, resulting in the conceptualization of Kalyani Innovation Network. I am happy to announce the presence of representatives from all 7 institutes, namely IISER Kolkata, AIMS Kalyani, IIT Kalyani, MACOUT, BCKV, Bidhan Chandra Krishi Vishwavidyalaya, Kalyani University, and Adamas University, who have come together with their own strength and collaborative spirit to foster innovation and startup of this region. Let us move forward, embrace knowledge, let us foster creativity, nurture a spirit of innovation and being entrepreneurial. I hope that our small attempt called Adamas Innovation and Entrepreneurship Conclave 2023 will act as a catalyst and we will be able to create a brighter tomorrow for everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Adamas University strives towards excellence under the patronage of a visionary leader who has created an example by himself, traveling the path from a tutorial home to founding a university. RISE, Adamas International School, Adamas World School, and Adamas University are prominent establishments in the academic arena. Not only as an educator, administrator, and entrepreneur, a philanthropist and visionary, also holding the position of board member of International Association of Universities and being the only representative from India. We welcome Professor Dr. Shomit Rai, our Honorable Chancellor, to deliver the presidential address.
Distinguished guests, estimated participants, respected speakers, and visionaries, I, on behalf of Adamas University, welcome to you all. I am thankful to the representatives from the BIRAC, MSAME, and Invest India. We are fortunate to have with us Dr. Shubhra Ranjan Chakraborty, Director, BIRAC, Dr. Monish Dewan, Head Speed Division, BIRAC, Dr. Chaya Chauhan, Senior Management, BIRAC, Mr. Ravish Malik, Manager, Invest India, Professor Nahid Ali, J.C. Bose, Fellow, CSIR and IISCB, Sri Devabroto Mitro, Joint Director, MSME, DFO, Government of India. We will also be joined by several distinguished speakers and panelists. A very warm welcome to the Adamas Innovation and Startup Conclave 2023, an event that embodies the spirit of the creativity, entrepreneurship, and the collaborations. It is truly an honor to stand before you today as we are gathered to celebrate innovations, foster dialogues, and ignite the spark of the entrepreneurships. India has the third largest startup ecosystem in the world and has taken a giant step from 80th position to the 40th position in just a few years. West Bengal holds highest number of MSME. Our patent filing rate has been highest in 2023 ever seen. Significantly, the number of women entrepreneurs stood at 14%, up from 10 and 11 in the previous 2 years. Startups in the country have been able to create an estimated 40,000 new jobs over the year, taking the total jobs in the startup ecosystem to 1.6 to 1.7 lakhs. The future belongs to those who dare to dream, those who dare to innovate, and those who dare to turn their dreams into reality. This conclave serves as a convergence point for innovative minds, thinkers, game changers who hold the power to shape the landscape of industry, economics, and societies. Innovation is not a solitary endeavor. It thrives in an ecosystem that encourages the exchange of idea, knowledge, and experiences. Our partnership with the Biotechnology Industry Research Assistance Council, BIRAC, highlights our commitment to creating such an ecosystem where academic and industry collaborate seamlessly to drive progress. Together, we pave the way for translating cutting edge research into impactful solutions. The E-Yuva Center, our platforms for the entrepreneur's excellence, takes immense pride in curing this conclave. Over the next 2 days, we will witness vibrant discussion, workshops that challenge conventional thinking and interactions that have the potential to forge partnerships that extend beyond these walls. As we start, as we stand as at the crossroad of innovation and entrepreneurship, remember that every challenge is an opportunity, every setback is a stepping stone, and every idea has the potential to disrupt the status quo. Our world hungers for the innovative solution, sustainable practices, and novel approaches. And it is you, the innovators, the thinkers, the entrepreneurs who hold the key to shaping this transformation. I encourage each one of you to immerse yourselves fully in the experience this conclave offers. Engage in conversations that push your boundaries, abroad knowledge that ignites your the curiosity, and foster connections that may lead to the next breakthrough. Seize this moment to challenge, to learn, and to grow. As I am told that 30 plus institution, 250 plus participant, and 300 plus additional visitors from school, college, and university will attend the program, which is indeed a good magnitude to start with. I also thank Dr. Saptoshi Chatterjee and team of E-Yuva Center for taking such timely initiative. I acknowledge their efforts in making this event a reality. Thank you, and let the Adamas Innovation and Startup Conclave 2023 commence. Thank you again.
Thank you, sir. Our journey today is enriched by the presence of an exceptional leader from the finest enabler of innovation and startup ecosystem of India, that is BIRAC. We are privileged to have Dr. Shubhra Ranjan Chakraborty, Director Operations BIRAC, among us. It would be our privilege to hear you, sir.
Good morning, all. Thank you, Adamas, for inviting us here. I mean, myself and my BIRAC team. Respected Chancellor Sir, Pro VC, my colleagues from BIRAC, Ravish, of course the E-Yuva team here led by Saptarshi and Maushami, and Professor Nahid Ali. I hope you remember me because I did PhD when she was there at IICB. So I'm also PhD from IICB from Dr. Jyotirmay Das's lab. Okay, so now it has clicked her mind. Okay, a small world. So I think this program is very interesting. I think for all the students that has come here to listen and to like visualize or experience that what is happening today in the world. As we are moving forward, we can say that things are changing, right? So all our ambitions, like most of the people's ambitions, like at our time, okay, we will finish our study and then we'll go for a job, okay? But today, I think that mindset has totally changed, and it is changing across the world. It is not in India, but everywhere in the world it is changing. It is not that you opt for a job, rather you create a job, right? So that is what we are talking about, the innovation, we are talking about the entrepreneurship. So the innovation is required because anything that you need to present that is required today, I think we need to bring innovation. And innovation comes from a mind which has not been nurtured, does not have too much of experience, so that it is not biased. So this is the student that sitting in front of us. It is their mind that can bring a lot of innovation. I can give you a few examples. Like, we have several programs, like as we have mentioned that E-Yuva is one of the programs that has been set up by BIRAC across India. And I thank Adamas University to taking up this program and really doing it extremely well with respect to creating the innovation platform for the students. But definitely it is not enough, because it can incubate or mentor or do things to a certain number of students. So we need to have more of these centers. We have actually across India, if you talk about, Manish will be talking about more on this one, with respect to the incubation center, how it actually changes the ecosystem across the different parts of the country. Now coming to the other programs that we have, like we have another program called SPURS, which is a social innovation to build the social innovation program. There are certain centers which is also in Calcutta. I think IIM Kolkata is there, is part of that SPURS center. So where maybe the students try to think about something which is relevant problems. I'll give us very simple example how small innovation can brought up a product. It is like old people, when they sit somewhere, when they're getting up, it's difficult for them, right, to get up because it's not easy. So they actually, this is understood. I mean, if you go and understand that what are the issues that they're facing and how you improve it, simple innovation. So now they put a spring. Okay, it's a control spring. So when he tries to get up, it automatically pushes from the back. So you don't have to put some effort. So this is an innovation. With that innovation, you make a chair and that you are selling. Today it is in Amazon. So these are the small innovations that we would like to have. And when you are making a product, you need a place to do your prototype. So that is what the purpose of this innovation centers or the incubation centers, to give you that platform so that you can build those kind of prototypes, you can sell it off. Second thing, it is coming, when you think about a problem and the solution for that problem, you come to these places and again you get another mentoring that where you would look, what is your business model would be, because you need to be sustainable, right? Without sustainability, it is impossible. So for the sustainability, you need a business model, and that is also come through the different mentoring. You are doing some classes. I know that Adamas, they do provide it here, so that is very excellent, and you are quite lucky that you can get those kind of guidance from here. From BIRAC perspectives, also we do that one, and there are many other centers that provides that what could be your business model, how you can move forward, what are the regulatory challenges you need to face, what are the licenses that you need to go about, because there are a lot of things that when you bring a product into a market. But definitely when you build all these things, so these are all these parameters that need to build in when you're thinking about doing something or creating a startups. So BIRAC, when it started, I think it was started in 2012 with a visionary called Dr. M.K. who was the Secretary of Department of Biotechnology. So he was thinking about definitely how to bring the more technologies or more processes which are more translational. So he started this program with few of the schemes that we already have. We are continuing those schemes like SIBRI or BIPP schemes. Later on, we build onto this, and from 2012 on till today, I think when we started, if you talk about biotech startups, there are around 50 startups in India. Today, this number has gone more than 6,500. And this is the ecosystem that has been developed. And again, I'm just saying that it is not enough. Now, coming back to this part of India, in the West Bengal, I mean, if you see what are the issues that we are having. I mean, we do see a lot of people migrating from here to a different incubation centers, and they're building up their own startups. But I think we can do it right here. I mean, we already have some of the ecosystems available, and let us utilize those ecosystems and then try to build something. And from BIRAC perspective, if you can do more, definitely we will be doing more. If I remember, at our much younger ages, we had one center called Yuva Kalyan Daptar, right? So that mandate of that Yuva Kalyan is to provide training to the Yuvas, right? So training to a Yuvas mean so that you become self-sustainable. So you do something with that training. So here, again, these centers are providing the similar kind of things. It's training, it is giving you the mentorship, it is allowing you to think by yourself, and then giving you some other additional things so that you can build some kind of a innovation platform, some startup or some other companies. I worked almost 20 years in a company which is a vaccine manufacturing company, and this was a best example of a startup and how that startup, how you become an entrepreneur. This person who has actually started this company, he was a electronic engineer, so he does not have anything related to the biotech field. But he was unfortunately, in one of the conference in Geneva. It's the conference about the mostly pharmaceutical companies, and they were talking about that supplying of medicine to the developing or the underdeveloped countries with a less price, because they have to give some kind of a price reduction, otherwise it will not go into those markets. And India is, of course, it's the biggest market. And they said it is very difficult for them to sustain the business because they're running into losses because they cannot supply. So he asked the question that, can we make it? And the response that he has got, that the technologies are so advanced that you cannot make it. You do not have talent to do that one. So he took that challenge, and it was about the recombinant therapeutics. Okay, so hepatitis B is one of the model. So he came back and he wrote to almost 60 or 70 scientists in India. And that time no ecosystem was available. So with that, he got a response, and in Hyderabad, with CCMB and IICB, Osmania University, they have built up a small lab to do this prototype at the small scale. That was in 1991, 1992. And 1997, then he moved. I mean, they got some support from the government of India and some other investors to build a facility in Hyderabad, and then 97 they launched their first product. So this company he sold in 2009 to Sanofi in 3,500 crore. So that's the this power of entrepreneurship or the innovation or thought process. So it is not necessary that you need to be in one field. You will definitely get support from several other people if you want to do something. So that passion you need to have in you. You need to understand what are the issues, what are the problems that we are facing. I don't think we need to do an invention. Invention is different. Telephone was invented, but today's smartphone is an innovation. Right? It's a disruptive innovation. So it has completely wiped out telephone. So this kind of innovations, we have plenty of areas that we can talk about. As we say that 6,500 startups working on 6,500 different products, there are plenty of things that has come up during the crisis period, during the COVID period. We had like thousands of startups came with a very, very innovative idea to tackle the COVID. And this is possible. So please open your mind. Come into this kind of meetings, see the success. You will be seeing the people who are displaying their products or displaying their thought process. See that, and then charge yourself to innovate, to become an entrepreneur, and we are there to support you. So thank you very much, and I wish all the success for this conclave. Enjoy for the next 2 days. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. Now, we have an individual who shoulders the Strategic Partnership and Entrepreneurship Development Department as head with wisdom and vision. We have none other than Dr. Manish Devan himself to illuminate us. Please, sir.
Good morning, everyone. Very pleased to be with you on this great occasion where you are embarking a journey which hasn't been done previously, at least at that scale and that visibility. So, first of all, heartiest congratulations to the management who thought and built this initiative to 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 put it in the ground and in action, and all the participants who have come to attend and indulge in these discussions and the entrepreneurial journey. So may we have a round of applause for all of you who are both this side and that side. Professor Samved, who is the entrepreneur and living example demonstrating success, how an entrepreneurial journey can be thought and lived and reflected in the real life settings. Vice Chancellor Sir, my colleagues, Dr. Shubhra, Dr. Chaya, who participate in enabling the ecosystem across the country. Ma'am, who comes from the research institution reflecting the expertise, excellence, and recognition in that sense. My colleague Ravish from Invest India, and of course Saptarishi, who has put and structured all these activities together. I think if you look people on the dais and off the dais, you would see there's a there is a congregation which is representing different streams, different expertise, different backgrounds, and different age groups. I can see some of you are students, while some are faculty members, and some people who are driven to see how these activities will spurn. And among the 4,000, 5,000 student community that is within this campus, you will notice that there are a handful of people who would like to put in effort in the entrepreneurial journey. So it's risky, it's difficult, it requires more commitment, energy, which is not everybody's cup of tea. So people who are driven, they inspire others and take their objectives in mind to carry on a journey, and a lot of time it is difficult, and you have to pursue that on your own, and then people come together. As you would know, success has many fathers, so more people will come and say, this fellow, I taught him, he lived close to me, he's my neighbor, he's my so and so. So I think if you consider that you want to take up and you are ready for this entrepreneurial pursuit, kindly go for it. Another example, and I would want to recognize this, within West Bengal, you are the first E-Yuva center, which is a plausible feat, and in the entire West Bengal, which is fairly large geographically, a region which is known for art, culture, wisdom, intellect. I think the entrepreneurial provisions were limited, and when BIREC is a central enabler body, and we build this ecosystem on the pan-India level. And within the national competitive call, the E-Yuva center seeding opportunity was opened up for everybody. And within West Bengal, your institution got this opportunity. So I must congratulate both the institutional level senior management support, dedicated leaders like Saptarishi, Mosmi, and the other team who were supporting it, and of course the faculty members. So this has led to a couple of things. You all know, but I just want to choose this platform to highlight that. One, we are meeting today for this Startup Innovation Conclave, which is the first one. Second, which is more perceptible, and its reflection will come in next few years. We are already talking about Kalyani Innovation Cluster, and there are representation from those potential cluster partners, I can see Sonali, who is anchoring and spearheading that, Triple IT Institute from Kalyani, AIMS Kalyani, Kalyani University, McCoud, other institutions. So I think this is building up like-minded people, like-minded supporters, stakeholders are coming together to create a much larger ecosystem in the vicinity. And it has drawn all of us from far off places to support and help you enable that particular ecosystem. So I'm very excited about that, and from BIREX perspective, we'll be happy to support this endeavor and take it to the next level. The knowledge typically gets generated in research institutions like this and other places, but typically it stays held up within that institution. The technical know-how and translating it to something usable, which can be commercialized and get into market, get deployed on the field, has a very different perspective. So we are all trained to, and we have come to the institutions like this to get trained technically in our degree courses, etc. But the courses or the training for entrepreneurship and translating that know-how into tangible products and technologies that can be commercialized doesn't happen in the textbook. So efforts like this, where you learn, see, and contribute to become to take things in the entrepreneurial mindset and move it towards commercialization. We would be happy to see some of you might emerge as unicorn from the West Bengal in some years in time. Many of you would become, and more people whom you talk to, they would become first generation entrepreneurs from this region. And I think that will contribute to India as a whole, the national bioeconomy, which has increased from, let's say, 44 billion in 2017. We are now looking at closer to 100 billion by 2022. In next couple of years, by 2025, this bioeconomy is projected to touch $150 billion. So I think there's a huge potential and huge footprint of that ecosystem getting strengthened, more mature within India, as well as India is being looked at as innovation hub for the world. So products for India, from India, for the world is something we are now able to perceive and also work towards it. And this has become a national mission and national recognition. This can happen only, and it can translate only when people like you also join in and strengthen that movement, so that the talent from all the regions get representation, and your unique expertise, unique perspective can prove much more, can touch many social lives, social impact, and also at the national and international level. So we'll be happy to work with you and support, and with the management. With this, I wish you the next 2 days as great learning, discussion, networking platform, and I would request if this can become a annual feature, you may want to consider it having repeatedly, because one of the activities would not be able to gel. If you are able to bring in 40 universities, you said, 40 research institutions, and 250 people, maybe next time all of you become the ambassador of the richness that it brings, it will go 3 times, 5 times as we move forward. Thank you very much. Bye.
May I please call upon our special guest, Shri Devabroto Mitro from MSME Government of India, onto the dais, sir. Shri Devabrata Mitro is the Joint Director and HOO of MSME DFO, Kolkata. Moving forward, today we have Dr. Chaya. May I please call upon Dr. Moushami Shaha to felicitate Shri Devabrata Mitro. A big round of applause, please. Thank you, sir and ma'am. Moving forward, today we have Dr. Chaya Chauhan, Senior Manager, BIRAC, who plays a pivotal role in the development of innovation and entrepreneurship of the BIRAC network, managing BioNest incubators, E-Yuva centers, and more. We are privileged to have you here, ma'am. Please share your thoughts on this auspicious occasion.
A very good morning to all dignitaries on the dais and dignitaries of the dais, students and faculty. It's a privilege to be here today, and I've been working with the Adamas team for the past 1.5 years. Their dedication and their commitment is very inspiring to see. And I think it is because of Dr. Saptarishi and the team that all of us are here today. So let us give a round of applause to the team. So I would not take a lot of time, because already my senior colleagues have spoken to all of you. So I would just give you a brief insight to what our organization is. So BIRAC is an organization that was set up by Department of Biotechnology in the year 2012. And it is a very unique organization in the country that supports and supports and nurtures the startups and entrepreneurs in the biotech domain in the country. So we just not only provide funding support, we also provide various platforms, various opportunities to mentor and nurture the startups and entrepreneurs. And as all of you know, that biotech is a tough domain. We require high-end equipment, we require facilities to take these ideas ahead and convert it into products and successful technologies. So we require spaces to work on. So we have we also create these places called incubation center, BioNest incubation centers, and these pre-incubation centers called E-Yuva centers. And we have a network of around 75 such centers across the country. In West Bengal, E-Yuva center at Adamas University is the first one. And as Dr. Manish Diwan mentioned, we are now having discussions to create a Kalyani innovation cluster, wherein different institutes and universities of the region are coming together to create an ecosystem to support startups and entrepreneurs, and to support the students who are interested in taking their ideas ahead. So on this note, I would conclude, and I would also like to congratulate all of you, especially the students who have come here to hear what entrepreneurship is and how you can move ahead. And as government enablers, we are here to support and and to help you take your journey forward. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. The significant contribution of India's GDP is from the MSME, micro, small, and medium enterprises. To represent the ministry, we have Shri Devabroto Mitra, Joint Director and HOO MSME DFO Kolkata. We want to hear from you, sir.
Very good afternoon to all of you, respected dignitaries on the dais. First of all, I would like to congratulate the Center of Incubation at Adamas University for being the host institute of our incubation scheme. And for the last few years, we have been working together, I think. From time 22-23, you have got the approval. Actually, Ministry of MSME was working for the development of entrepreneurship in the country. And as a policy implementer, MSME Development and Facilitation Office, Kolkata, we are working together with the state government also. We have some flagship schemes. We are running MSc CDP, Micro Small Enterprise Cluster Development Programs. And in these programs, we have been working with the state government. Similarly, with the academic institutions, we are having a champions scheme. The champion scheme has actually three derivatives. One is the innovation and incubations part. For a long time, we have been thinking that how to link these academies and the industrialists. So this part has covered, this particular scheme has covered this aspect. Last 2-3 years, Ministry of MSME is doing the hackathon, where we are inviting from the students the different ideas they have, and these ideas can be commercialized through the host institutes. That is the idea. So from our side, this is a opportunity. I'm very feeling proud and privileged to be here with you, and I'm really astonished to see the almost all the participants here. Now the thing is that we have to go forward with our ideas to be commercialized, and MSME sector, you are aware that they are giving the maximum employment generation after agriculture. So this is a very vibrant sector. We are giving much more thrust to the export also. Last few days we have been working with various institutes, and we have found that there is a new surge of activity from the academic side also. So I hope today's particular event will be a path breaking for all the students who hope to come and see how the entrepreneurship can be a career opportunity for all of you. So I think this particular event will take it forward. I wish this program a great success. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. It is my privilege to introduce Mr. Ravish Malik, a distinguished professional in the field of biotechnology and pharmaceuticals. Serving as the assistant manager at Invest India, Mr. Malik exemplifies dedication and expertise in fostering innovation and growth within the industry. We are looking forward to hearing from you, sir.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor to stand before you today at the Adamas Innovation and Entrepreneurship Conclave. This event has brought together budding curious minds, entrepreneurs, and respected leaders from the biotech industry to showcase the essence of creativity and advancement that flows through India's swiftly evolving innovation terrain. As we step into an era driven by innovation and technology, this is the energy and potential of India's youth that is fueling the nation's growth. It is delightful to be here today since I started my journey of contributing to India's success story through the BIRAC schemes, and E-Yuva was one of the programs I worked on. Entrepreneurial journey is often riddled with uncertainties and risks. However, it is within this realm of uncertainty that groundbreaking ideas break through. Any incubation or pre-incubation center provides the much needed push to nurture such ideas by providing a safe space for experimentation, enabling scientists and researchers to test ideas and iterate on prototypes. Such an environment encourages risk-taking and promotes a culture that embraces challenges as opportunities for growth. In a developing country like India, it is this ideology that has transformed us into the third largest startup ecosystem worldwide. Innovation and entrepreneurship are the twin pillars that uphold the edifice of progress, and the government of India in the past few years has put in immense effort to build a conducive environment to foster a vibrant startup ecosystem. India's dynamic startup landscape has been augmented by various initiatives such as the Make in India program and the Startup India program. The introduction of the draft National Deep Tech Startup Policy marks a milestone in securing India's economic future through a knowledge-driven economy, reinforcing national capabilities and sovereignty under the Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative, all the while promoting ethical innovation. Biotechnology has been identified as a sunrise sector under the Make in India program. Since the sector forays into multiple sectors and converges with different technologies to provide holistic solutions to deep-rooted societal issues, by ensuring accessibility, affordability, and sustainability in critical sectors such as healthcare, agriculture, fuel and energy requirements, so on and so forth. Just 2 days back, we celebrated India's 76th Independence Day, a day when India made a tryst with destiny to be free and independent, igniting the nation's journey towards progress. Events like this are a testament to the progress that we have already made, but it is also a reminder of the challenges that lie ahead and the opportunities that we can bank upon. Here, it is also essential that we look at promoting sustainable entrepreneurship such that we can contribute to a future that is not just economically prosperous, but also socially and environmentally responsible. Together, we can drive transformative change and secure a brighter, healthier future, not just for India, but for the entire world, living by the ethos of India's G20 presidency, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Best of luck to all the exhibitors and participants in today's event. Thank you for Adamas University for having me here today.
Thank you, sir. Our journey today is enriched by the presence of an eminent scientist who has made an indelible mark in the domain of biology. It is an honor to welcome Professor Nahid Ali, Rajaramama Fellow, J.C. Bose Fellow, FNA, FNSC, and a recipient of numerous grants and awards and membership. Please enrich us with your words of wisdom, ma'am.
Thank you. Good afternoon. No, I think it's still we have few minutes left in the morning. So, good morning, everybody. Respected dignitaries on the dais, dignitaries in the audience, the professors, teachers, staff, and students who have gathered today. So, on the onset, I would like to congratulate Adamas University for establishing this incubation center, this E-Yuva center. This, I think, is a great achievement, and with the support of BIRAC, this has come into being, which was actually long due. This is the first, I hear, in West Bengal, so this was really required, and this would probably lead to many more to come. So I congratulate Adamas administration and the team led by Shaptarshi for making this possible. So a hand of applause for Adamas and the team. And thanks also to BIRAC for providing the support, because without the financial and the support that they can give, it's not possible. So I'm very happy that BIRAC team has come here to see this conclave and make it a success. And yes, this was really required. We do research, the academicians, the students, we are all working in our labs, doing research, but how do we bring it out? How do we bring our product into the market? How do we allow it to see the light of day? So this conclave probably will help us to understand, to fill the gaps, to, you can become an entrepreneur yourself, or you can collaborate with an industry and lead to translational research. So this is where, this conclave is going to help, and I am equally eager to learn and interact how to do this, to bring this link between academia and industry and see our products come to light. Yeah. So it's a great effort, and I think we will have a lot of discussions and lots to see, the launches, etc. So I wish all of you all a wonderful 2-day, and I wish this event a great success. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. We are proud to have an eminent academician, Professor Naveen Das, the Pro Vice Chancellor of Adamas University. I would like to call him upon to enlighten us with his thoughts. Please, sir.
Good morning, all of you. Honorable Chancellor, a person who, being a teacher, has shown that even an academician can become an entrepreneur. Dignitaries on stage representing industry bodies, without whom perhaps the ecosystem of entrepreneurship would not have been complete. My colleagues who are facing the dais in the audience, colleagues from fraternity and industry, and most importantly, the students who have shown the guts, the gumption and the grits not to take the chosen path or not to take the beaten path and be somebody different. Historically, if all of us would have been satisfied with status quo, entrepreneurship would not have happened. People were very, very happy with barter. If you liked something, you could always get something, and merchants were the greatest entrepreneurs. But I think it is because of people like you who chose not to take the beaten path and become entrepreneurs with your small ideas to begin with, and later on maybe many of them became disruptive. Clayton Christensen, the Harvard professor of innovation, has told us that what brings us today here will not take us tomorrow. Apparently, it might look very gloomy that all of us are doomed to fail tomorrow. But I think there is an inkling of faith and hope in that statement. One thing that perhaps binds all of you together here is that you are not happy with status quo. I know. Most of you are suffering from inside as to how can I change the world. Perhaps initially with incremental changes, and as I told you, many of them will be disruptive. I'm so happy that in the last 10, 15 years in my professional life, I have seen that these two parallel worlds of academia and the industry are coming together, and for the betterment of the world. The figures that Dr. Diwan talked about, $150 billion for just one sector, I think is enough motivation for all of us to embark on this journey. But I also know that it's only 5 to 6% of students who actually have the guts, who actually have the fire in the belly to get onto this path, because this path is not that easy. As faculty members and people from the academia, I think we must have played a small role in perhaps igniting this fire in the belly of yours. Take the full opportunity of people who are on the dais. Most importantly, the transition from entrepreneur to a businessman is perhaps the most difficult transition. In my experience, 95% entrepreneurs, they remain entrepreneurs and they don't translate into business people. It is the ecosystem of people like on the dais who represent perhaps investment people, a platform of investors, people from research institutions, people who can show you the path for greater and higher achievements. I think this is the ecosystem that perhaps India was lacking earlier. Today, I am very hopeful that with this ecosystem in place, there will be more students who will be encouraged to take this unbeaten or uncharted path. Thank you very much, and most welcome, particularly to all the students from the university and people who are from outside our university or partner universities who have shown the guts again and be a different person. The world looks up to you. There are enough job seekers in this country. A 1.43 billion country doesn't need really job seekers anymore. We are bursting in the seams. We need people like you who are not only just job givers, but also perhaps people who can show the world that this is the path for educated people. Thank you very much.
I would now request our dignitaries to release the program brochure for the Adamas Innovation and Entrepreneurship Conclave 2023. I would also request Dr. Moshumi Shaha to accompany the dignitaries for the release. The soft copy of the brochure shall be shared via mail with all the registered participants. I request all the dignitaries to kindly please step forward for the launch of the website.
We would request I request the representatives from BIRAC to inaugurate the website with a click. the website contains all information about the innovation and incubation ecosystem at Adamas University. The website contains information about the E-Yuva Center, the Center for Incubation, Institutions Innovation Council, which is a Ministry of Education initiative, the Center for Incubation, which has received acknowledgement and host institute by MSME Government of India, Industry Academia Collaboration Center that runs with Bosch, the E-Cell, that is Entrepreneurship Cell, which is a student-run entrepreneurship body, and the IPR cell that is supported by Government of West Bengal. So it is an attempt to inculcate all the entities which supports innovation and incubation initiatives of Adamas University in a single website. And very soon we will be including Kalyani Innovation Network along with this. Thank you very much for your patience and inaugurating the website. For an innovator, it is very important that they come up with a tangible product. Without displaying their innovation or research in PowerPoint, we are happy to say that few of the innovators have come up with a prototype and they have also come up with product. So today, in this auspicious occasion, I am privileged to invite Dr. Shubhra Ranjan Chakraborty to release the first product from the E-Yuva Center, Adamas University. And to do the honor, I will also request the innovator, Dr. Gautam Mukherjee, Innovation Fellow, E-Yuva Center, Adamas University, supported by BIRAC, to launch his product.
Settings inside duplicate. Inside swap presenters view. Open.
সাউন্ডটা দিও, এখান থেকে সাউন্ডটা দিও, এখান থেকে চালিয়ে দাও, এখান থেকে চালিয়ে দাও, এখান থেকে চালিয়ে দাও। এই তো সাউন্ড দিও, এমনি দিয়ে দাও। ফাইন, ঠিক আছে, চলো চলো। The product is Rapid Bacterial Genomic DNA Isolation Kit.
So if we see the product, that will take only 30 minutes to get the bacterial genomic DNA in your hand. And if we consider the conventional method, that will take at least 2 to 3 hours. So that is my innovation, that is the single buffer system that will help us to find to isolate or to extract the genomic DNA from any kind of bacteria within 30 minutes. So that is my first innovation. Sir, this is the first product. This is the gel purification cum PCR cleanup combo kit, and there are so many kits are available in the market, but the first thing is those kits are very costly, and in this context my innovation is to find out something that will be cost effective, and that is the first kit in the market, right? Not in the market now, but it is the first kit that I have developed when I am joining as an innovation fellow, and this is very, very economic in nature, so that the research will be very easy. And I am also thankful to BIRAC as well as my sir, Professor Samrat Chatterjee, founder of Andragogy Life Sciences. He always helped me to do this kind of work, and thank to Dr. Saptarshi Chatterjee and Dr. Mousumi Shaha for always their encouragement. Thank you.
The third product to be launched is by Mr. Samrat Chatterjee from Andragogy Life Sciences. I request Mr. Samrat Chatterjee to please come to the dais for the release of his product, launch of his product.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is soil genomic DNA isolation kit. It's a rapid one. It will take just 25 to 30 minutes to extract the DNA. My thinking is very, very, very easy. That research for all, that has to be low cost. It can be used for anybody. It's not very costly. You can use it, say for example, 25 to 30 minutes. Within 25 to 30 minutes, you get that DNA. And I would like to thank Dr. Saptarshi and Mousumi for encouraging me to do this work. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The next product to be launched is by another innovation fellow of E-Yuva Center, Adamas University, Mr. Debjit Shapui, and I would request Debjit to come to the stage for the release of his product.
This is my first product. It is a feed for all the animals. This is a dried larvae of insect. It's highly nutritious for the animals. And this is my second product, a complete organic fertilizer made from the insects. It is made from the part of the insect that we cannot utilize for the production of feed.
May I now request all the innovators who have launched the product to please come to the dais for a group photograph. Shomrat sir and Gautam, I would request, okay, they have. Please come to the dais for a group photograph with your product.
We really did see some innovative products, didn't we? Now, I would request the dignitaries to kindly head towards the Convention Center for the inaugural of the Innovation and Startup Expo 2023.